e la luna è una palla ed il cielo è un biliardo. Quante stelle nei flipper, sono più di 1 miliardo. Marco dentro un bar non sa cosa farà. Poi c'è qualcuno che trova una moto, si può andare in città.
Lucio Dalla was an Italian singer, songwriter, musician. He played piano and clarinet and actor. He started playing in jazz groups in the 1960s, but he was persuaded to follow a solo singing career by a singer-songwriter that encountered him on the strength of how good his voice was. So he recorded his first solo singing album in 1964. It was not well received, but he kept going. And in the 1970s, he started a collaboration with a Bolognese poet, that means a poet from Bologna, nothing to do with spaghetti, called Roberto Roversi. That ended in 1976 after the concept album Automobile, after which he started to write his own lyrics. He worked steadily releasing albums until his death and in 2012, age 68. Wikipedia lists 41 albums. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was the second of the LPs for which Lucio wrote the words and the lyrics. The words and the lyrics. Wrote the lyrics for as well as the music. And it's my first encounter with him in any shape or form. So I would describe this as singer-songwriter. So there was this definite tradition in the 70s of people who were the focal point. They were writing their own songs and they were singing them, and then the musical backing was tended toward the kind of pop rock, but it was quite varied in its approach, and it wasn't about having one sound. It was about having one singer, and obviously one songwriter as well. So he dips into lots of different styles here. There's things that feel more grand with strings in the background. There's things that feel more tight. There's a lot of decent music going on. Some of the things here actually sound a bit later than when this was recorded. There's some not quite contemporary, but kind of sounds into the early 90s, I would say, at times. Not in production, but musically in the things that is used. It has a particular thing of having a note that is repeated, and bing, 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 and even when the chords change, that note stays the same. And that's kind of that. I think that's what I'm referring to in this kind of 90s thing, that having that kind of repeated thing come in. He's got a decent voice. It's got a bit of a growl to it. It's what I'm starting to categorize as thinking of as a Mediterranean voice. I think certainly around the Southern Europe and Northern Africa, there was this kind of style of, or is the style of singing which has quite a lot of growl to it. Well, this isn't fully on, but it's got a decent amount of it, and it's nicely done. He's a good singer. It is singing in Italian, so I don't understand very much of it. I get the occasional words. Some of it's talking instead of singing, and there's a lot of words, so he's obviously got a lot to say. I've actually looked up the words for a couple of the tracks. I got particularly interested in the last track, which is Lano Chevera. I don't know how to pronounce it. And the words were kind of funny and a little bit bizarre, but I'm not sure how much of that was in the translation. There was a nice bit in about, I'm writing to you and you're a long way away, so I'll write louder, which I really enjoyed. My favourite song here is Cosa Sera, which is translated as meaning this is why, basically. The cause of this is such and such. And again, there was some interesting kind of slightly surreal stuff in there in the lyrics, because I looked that one up as well. So I enjoyed it quite a lot. It's a nice album. I musically liked it. It was interesting, very kind of pleasant to listen to, I felt. Now is the time when I'm going to invite you to tell me what you think. So please do so. That's it from me for now.
Cosa sarà che fa crescere gli alberi, la felicità, che fa morire a 20 anni, anche se vivi fino a 100? Cosa sarà a far muovere il vento, a fermare un poeta ubriaco, a dare la morte per un pezzo di pane o un bacio non dato?